and welcome to We Women Want. This is our weekly show where we discuss women issues. We raise concerns that are gender specific but also affect everybody, man or woman. We celebrate the winners, we sympathize and empathize with those who are suffering. We try and find solutions. In fact, this show is fast becoming a support group where women come, we discuss our problems, find issues, solutions, and like I said, we also support and celebrate those who are fighting the good fight. Joining us today is Anandita Roy. She is also known as the Plus Girl on social media. She's been raising a lot of very relevant issues regarding body shaming, issues that are now being raised in the social awareness also. People are talking about the fact that why should somebody just, who decides that size 0 is the normal, that size 0 is the way to be? What about people who are not size 0? The whole idea behind is, of course, having a good health, living right, eating healthy, staying healthy. But even as Anandita Roy, in fact, I've been following her posts, points out that even a thin person suffers from high cholesterol, if you have an unhealthy lifestyle, then whether you're fat or thin, it really doesn't matter. What matters is the right lifestyle, but also what matters is the barbs and innuendos, I think, that you have to deal with. Anandita, welcome to this show, and I'm so glad to have you on our show today.
Thank you so much, Priya, for inviting me.
So Ananda, I just wanted to talk to you about, you've been raising these issues on body shaming, on plus size. We've also, before you spoke to designers who say that, we are now becoming aware of the fact that, or either being, conscious of the fact. So we are starting to have sizes that, not just small, but we start from medium. Our small is medium so that people don't feel embarrassed asking for a plus size.
The thing is that, big bodies have always existed, but people have been blindsided, like they don't see big size as a size. So all these designers, I think in India, Sabyasachi was the first designer who kind of started getting into the plus size category, and then we saw Masaba, and then others followed. Wendell Rodrigues, who is not with us anymore, he did a plus size collection for the brand All. But that was because the brand is about plus size. And that's how he got into designing plus size clothes. But my point is that today also, if you go to a designer, they don't really design clothes keeping in mind how the body will look. They design accordingly, like, ki chalo upar niche thoda kar denge, and that's about it. But they are not really thinking how a body will look.
So the body has to fit the clothes instead of the other way around.
Yes.
But I jumped the gun. First, your story. You call yourself the plus girl. Why is that? And has have you ever been a minus girl in that sense? A bit about you, your story.
Yeah. So yes, I have been a minus girl. When before 12 years, when I was 12 years old, that's when I started gaining weight. Before that, earlier to that, I was very thin. I was a thin kid, and everyone would be saying that isko thoda kuch khila do.
Okay. Ek to being too thin also.
Too thin is also a problem. And then I started putting weight, and then everyone kept saying, isko thoda kam khilao. Okay. So my parents were like, let my child live. Okay. Let her be herself. We don't want to focus more on beauty. We want her to get into sports. We want her to do well in things that she likes, like extracurricular activities or studies or whatever she wants to do. So my parents never gave a damn about, my body issues or body weight or anything. They were more like, aapko jo acha lag raha hai, wo karo, and that's about it. And the plus girl came into existence since 2017, and the name, a lot of people keep saying, oh, acha, plus size, that's why it's plus girl, right? So I keep telling them, no, it's not. Plus girl is not because of the size plus. Of course, it is because of my size. That's one part. The other is that what is the plus in me or plus in every woman or woman, anyone, women or men. Like, what other qualities do you have? That's a plus in you, right? If I'm good in, say, theatre, or I'm good in stitching, if I have some other qualities.
Or even good in a certain sport.
Certain sports, yeah. Like I used to play shot put in school.
Right.
Like I played till district level. So that's a plus in me, right? So I play basketball. So yeah, there are a lot of other things that I do, and that's a plus in me.
Right.
Yeah.
No, so the whole concept is that, because you're overweight, you're also lazy. People, there are a whole lot of associations along with weight. Okay, lazy hai, kaam nahi karti, then they will, use words like moti, this, that, it hurts. They may be saying out of affection, but these words really, you don't call someone patli, just like that.
Yeah, yeah. The whole stigma or the stereotype.
Stigma, that's the word.
Yeah. Is that, if you're fat, then you are lazy, you are binge eating, you are
Yes.
not exercising. I mean, that's a stereotype that has been created all around. Like whenever, if any other people are publishing or talking about me, okay, so the first thing that, I will be trolled, or people come to my account, they troll saying that you are fat, you are lazy, you are not exercising, you are binge eating. But then I keep telling people that, do you stay with me? Do you live my life? Do you know what do I do on an everyday basis? Am I exercising? Do you know even am I exercising or not? A lot of people have a lot of body issues. They're going through a lot of health issues. That's the reason why they might have put on weight. And women body is a mystery. It keeps changing every time. Like, आप पहले puberty stage jata hai, and then you are getting married, you become pregnant. There's so many stages that women body goes through. We are always going through hormonal changes.
Correct.
So, hormonal changes induces weight gain, weight loss, a lot of things. So people don't consider that, and they will just keep trolling you even if you are very thin or even if you are very fat. So yeah.
So who gets to decide these things? That, I mean, we have, of course, I think Katrina Kaif, who went big about size 0, and that time size 0 was the in thing. But who, is it Bollywood that decides? Is it or school kids? Kids are also can be very harsh sometimes.
Yeah,
or is it the parents of the kids, just society at large?
I think the problem is with the society mentality, like the overall mentality of a society. Like आप अगर ज़माने से पहले से भी देखो, even if you go through a matrimony column.
हाँ, matrimonial column.
So what they write is, we are fair, slim, tall, girl wanted. कोई कभी लिखता है क्या कि fat, dark या short लड़की चाहिए? कोई नहीं लिखता है. उनको सिर्फ बेस्ट चाहिए होता है. तो इस बेस्ट के चक्कर में हमने we have created that stereotype ना.
But we are also the land of Khajuraho, where fat was voluptuous, and it was actually, the Rubens paintings and all that was something that was celebrated.
So
denigrated कब से होने लग गया?
I had created a content where I was wearing a sari without a blouse to show that, that our goddesses were also full-bodied. And people trolled me left, right, saying that how in our culture, Indian culture, nobody, like we have always worn blouses. Okay, where is your blouse? You're comparing yourself with a god. My content was not about, comparing myself with a god. I'm just saying that if you can worship a deity, the way she is, her body, even if she's full-bodied, if you see, there were so many avatars of Durga Ma. There are few avatars where she is very full-bodied, and like you said that, if you go to Khajuraho statue, architect as in the art and everything, they also have women who are voluptuous. But people don't understand that. The problem is that people are not well read. And even if they are, they don't kind of, relate to it. They will only relate to what they want to think. The culture of wearing blouse came into existence only when Britishers were here. They kind of introduced the concept of blouse, but Indian women never wore a blouse before.
No, but I get your point also. But when, say, a slim girl or wears a blouseless sari, it's considered so sexy.
Yes,
they will never be challenged on all these fashion issues or culture issues.
Yeah. So, even if you are very thin and you are not wearing a blouse, you will be called a hanger.
Correct. That's the other side.
तुम्हारे arms बहुत ही ज़्यादा पतले हैं. तुम क्यों पहना है तुमने ऐसा? don't show your body. And if you are very fat also, then also they will be like, क्यों नहीं पहना है तुमने? You don't look hot. Only like, they consider someone who is, say, a small, medium size to be perfect. Yeah. Even if you're excess size, double XS or XS.
Then you're a stick or hanger.
And the moment you are larger than L, then also you are not.
So you heard, in fact, a lot of phrases today. Somebody was interestingly telling me a phrase called toffee, which is thin outside but fat inside. So a lot of these words are now in the thing, which can also hurt, and they're not really very complimentary words.
Yeah. So I mean, hangers. Yeah. I mean, whatever words you see, like people keep introducing. But the thing is that there is a lot of effect that what happens is that we are creating words, and these are actually affecting the kids, the generation who are in school right now. They are getting much more affected, and if you see, a lot of people, kids are getting into depression because of body issues.
Right.
I remember that when I was, today we are still talking about, body positivity. We are talking about body shaming. There is a lot of talk going on around. When I was a kid, there was nothing. I know what I have gone through. And a lot of other girls who were at my age, or maybe generation after that, or maybe before that, have gone through a lot.
So what made you start this, call yourself the plus girl? I mean, is it also social media, of course, is helping, but what made you make this into an awareness issue, start a campaign?
So,
kuch incident?
So 2016, I started dating this guy in Bombay, and everything was hunky-dory in the beginning and everything. And then the real self actually got into picture when he said, you have got a pretty face, but you have got an ugly body. And I was like, where is this coming from? If you love me, then you love me for who I am, or whatever.
Yeah.
But you can't say you have got a pretty face, but you've got an ugly body.
Right.
So that's like, that kind of pushed me into depression, and I had to get help, and that kind of took some time for me to get out of that whole phase. And while I was kind of, moving ahead, and I was thinking that what should I do to feel better about myself. A junior, like a colleague actually, she said that, Anindita, you have got a great fashion sense. Why don't you make use of it? You just start talking about plus size fashion on Instagram. I said, Dekh, mujhe nahi likhna aata hai content. She said that I will help you. First few days I will help you, and then you will get a hang of it. And that's what happened. And then we both started. The plus girl was, of course, the name was my idea.
Very good idea.
Then, and then she said that let's do this, let's create some content for you, and then you will understand the whole dynamics. I said, I don't understand Insta. I am too old for that. Then
no one is too old for Insta. Otherwise,
now we are not. But
now we are not.
Yeah. So 2017, end of December, almost end of December 2017, I started the Plus Girl. And
what has been the feedback like? Who are the people are only overweight plus size people reaching out to you, or even others?
No, I have a lot of followers who are perfectly sized, and as in, we don't know what is perfectly sized.
Yes,
actually, that's a wrong term. Even if I use it, I mean someone who's thin, or because we all are perfect, like all bodies are perfect. Let's just say that, because we perfectly, perfect is, every body is perfect.
It is subjective, and and actually, and also, why should that right be given to somebody else to judge?
Yes.
So what is the kind of feedback that you get?
I get a lot of good feedback, and I think I've received a lot of love from people all over. And there will be trollers. We have to keep those negative comments aside. We have to just think about what is coming through, the positive side of it. That's the whole point. And I have received so much love that, also when I started Plus Girl, I was only talking about plus size fashion. But slowly, I actually started loving myself. Like, even if I was loving like 60% of myself when I started that page, I think by when it was almost 6 months, I was like 100% in love with myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a quick break and come back and continue this conversation. So stay with us. Just a short break.
कौन कहता है रम्मी किसी स्पोर्ट से कम है? चैंपियंस तो यहाँ भी बनते हैं।
रमी कल्चर, चैंपियंस का कल्चर। इस गेम में वित्तीय जोखिम की संभावना शामिल है और इसकी आदत लग सकती है। कृपया जिम्मेदारी से और अपने जोखिम पर खेलें।
Hello and welcome back to We Women Want. We're in conversation with Anindita Roy, the plus girl. We're talking to about body shaming, about what really is, who gets to decide what weight is correct, what is not, and whether fair is lovely and dark is not. You know, we have all these very stereotypes. I think also some of these come from our dadi nani ka zamana. You know, my nani remembers the gori chitti hona is very good. She's very upset that why are you sitting in the sun? Why are you getting a tan? But you know, these are also hangovers from the colonial era or what?
That's what I was talking about in the first segment also, that everything that is not conventional, like, you know, if you're not fair, if you are not tall, if you're not thin, then everything is a stereotype. And even with men also, like, you know, bald men are discriminated, like, you know, कि कोई टकले लड़के से अपनी शादी नहीं करवाना चाहता.
So men also face it.
Yeah, men
Let's
do.
be fair
I mean,
to them.
Let's just say that men, boys in school gets more bullied than a fat girl.
Yeah.
I have been not bullied so much, but I had classmates, boys who were fat, and they were bullied more.
Yeah.
So yeah, men do face a lot of body shaming, and it's not just women. Like, you know, women is, I think, body shamed when it comes to marriage a lot. When it कि उपटन लगाओ, गोरी बनो, शादी है तुम्हारी, थोड़ा वेट लूज करो, कम खाओ, चलो लूज करो वेट. You know, it's like that. You have to fit into that lehenga. What a pressure! Why?
It's just a lot of pressure. Yes.
I mean, why can't you just get a lehenga stitched in your size? You don't have to fit into a size, waist size 32, 30, 32. You can always fit into a lehenga of waist size 40 if your waist size is 40, right? So there is no pressure. I mean, we are just self-creating this pressure. Like when I meet my friends, okay, they might be thin, but they will be like, I have to lose weight. I have to lose weight. And you know, a lot of times when you meet people, they will be like, अरे यार तूने weight कैसे gain कर लिया? You know, that's the first topic. Like, hi, oh my God, you've gained so much weight. Why can't we just say that, hi, how are you? What's been up? Are you fine? We are not doing that. We are just like, अरे यार तू इतनी पतली कैसे हो गई है? या तू कितनी मोटी कैसे हो गई है? या why do you look so dark?
Yeah.
You know?
So is it women to women pressure? I mean, women dress up more for other women than for men, I think, because they're so scared what the other woman is going to react to.
No, I don't feel that way. I think women do dress up for themselves, but they also look for admiration outside. Like, you know, कि कोई मुझे compliment कर दे.
Correct.
You know, I just keep saying people that why can't you just look into the mirror and say, oh my God, I look hot today, you know, or I look beautiful today. I think that's more important than like, you know, looking for compliments from, because आपको नहीं पता ना कि वो राह चलता आदमी तुमको compliment करेगा कि नहीं, शायद एक like, you know, tease करके निकल जाए. So it's like that.
You know, at the end of the day, we began by talking about fashion and designers. Do you still feel like, you know, like when you go to a shop, how easy it is to get a larger size?
It's very difficult. It's very difficult.
Even in today's so-called aware world.
Yeah. I mean, I went to Sarojini, which is like a
Mecca
hub of yesterday, and I still don't get my, like, I got few things in my size, but then I wanted like a specific something in my size which I didn't get. And you know, if you go to any shop, like, you know, any brands also, like how many brands in India, H&M had a plus size section in their store which they have removed and completely pushed into online section. Okay. And there are other, like Zara don't have a plus size section in India. There are no plus size section of Forever 21 in India. Like nothing. You get something like Mango has just introduced a plus size section online. Why are these people introducing sections online? How can I try my clothes and buy them? And that actually kind of helped.
So you don't even deserve a trial room. A physical trial room if you're overweight. Is that okay?
Like that's what pushed me to open my own thing where, like, you know, I have a size inclusive store. in
Oh, you do
Calcutta.
have a size inclusive?
Yes,
What do
in
you do?
Calcutta.
What is it?
So it's about Western clothes for women from size XS to size 10XL. And the brand is called Pretty Parade by Anandita. So we curate
Pretty?
and design.
Pretty?
Pretty Parade by
Pretty
Anandita.
Parade by Anandita. Oh,
Yes.
that's interesting.
It's a parade of any kind of women, like of any size, any color, any shape. Like, so
You're
yeah,
welcome.
that's
Which
the thought.
is actually a mindset and not just a physical shop.
Yes.
But so all these designers who come on my show and they say, oh, we've now started doing, we begin from size medium, we don't begin from size small. What would you say to them?
See, I want to just say one thing that, I mean, please recognize every size. Till date also, if you see, even if any brand or most of the brands or designer are saying, oh, we have become size inclusive, but what is the size that they are giving out is 44, 46 maximum. Is it being size inclusive? I am not a size 46, I'm a size 52. Where do I find my clothes? Right? So, like, there are, even on ramp also, they are saying we are making a plus size model walk the ramp. But that specific plus size model is a mid size model. A mid size and a plus size has a big difference. A mid size is 44, 46. 42, 44, 46. What about a plus size? A plus size is 48, 50, 50 plus.
Right.
I am a plus size. I am a model. I'm a plus size model. But where are we getting space on the ramp? We are not.
But just before I end it, to be clear, we are not saying that, fat equals unhealthy.
Of course not.
We're not saying that just, let go of your weight and not bother about it. If it's having effects on your health, then one has to keep a check also.
When I say body positivity, a lot of people think body positivity means we are promoting obesity. No, we are not. Body positivity means that you love yourself the way you are. And if you want to change yourself, you can change yourself. And the most important thing is to stay fit. Whatever your size, shape, color is, okay, you need to stay fit. If you are eating healthy, if you are exercising, and still then if you are fat, it's okay. You just got to be fit.
So what do you do to stay healthy? What is your exercise regime? What do you...
I go for my walks in the evening. Yeah, I don't do a lot of like yoga or gymming, but I do a lot of walking. Like, I go for my walks in the evening. I make sure that I have ghar ka khana in limited portions, okay, like whatever my portion size is, yeah, and no binge eating.
No binge eating?
No, I don't.
You're better than most of...
I binge eat like maybe once a week, that's it.
No late night movie snacks?
No, nothing.
Okay.
I there are times when you want to, I do that, but this has been my lifestyle. But that doesn't mean that, a lot of my weight do get increased because of my hormonal changes. It is not because of what I eat.
Right.
And people think that I'm eating.
How do you counter that? You call people's bluff? Do you, when do people do they say that on your face, or is it innuendo, eyebrows? How do you feel that people are judging you, scrutinizing you?
You look at, like, आप रास्ते में चलते हो तो आपको पता है कि कोई देख रहा है, और आपको नजरों से पता चल जाएगा that if they are criticizing or they are liking the way you are. You know that. And if someone's criticizing, then let them criticize. Just look back at them. I keep telling people that if someone is saying something to you, just look back at them. And then you know what actually it is. They will be ashamed of themselves for doing it.
I like that. Look back and
look back at them. I keep telling one thing that, if you are overweight or if you are underweight, don't stress about it. Just do whatever is required and then just stay fit. That's it. Your body will keep changing and that's not in your hands. But to stay fit is in your hand.
So have you seen this change in matrimonial column? क्या अभी भी thin
same है. मैं जाती भी नहीं हूँ. Like, I'm 37, happily single, and I don't. If someone is like my last relationship where like the guy who was like demeaning me for my size, if I ever get any guy demeans me for what my shape and size is, I don't talk to them, I give it back to them, and I really don't want to talk to them ever again. And I think because you deserve the best is what it is. And जो तुम्हें प्यार करेगा ना वो नहीं देखेगा size, shape, nothing.
That's true.
That's
It's
the
who
whole
you are.
point. Yeah.
You know, we did an interview recently with these two. That movie has come, na, Double XL.
Yes, yes.
So we interviewed Huma Qureshi and Sonakshi Sinha. Both of them, in fact, they said that in school people used to call us Moti and Sand and stuff like that. You know, and which is why we were guilt shamed into losing weight. So at least, you know, that's how I think pressure and also works, and which is why I think they came up with this movie.
Still, if you see, it's called double XL. A double XL is not a plus size, is what I keep saying. A double XL is a mid size. A plus size is much more bigger than a double size. It's a 4XL, 5XL, 6XL, 7XL. There are sizes till 12, 14XLs exist. People don't recognize it. Only in countries like US, they recognize it because there are big people. They do. Even Europe doesn't. You go to any brands in Europe, Dubai has big sizes, but you know, if you go to Europe, I don't get clothes in my sizes.
So, end of the day, I think there are a lot of good takeaways from this conversation. Thank you. You know, at the it's being healthy that is more important than the size you are. But there are various reasons for being overweight or not being a size 0. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, size can be any size. You just got to stay healthy. That's it.
That's it.
The first and most important point is to stay fit. That's it.
And once you've figured out this formula, then you will be happy. Then you found your balance, and you know, regardless of what size you are, the idea is be healthy, be happy, and I think one is connected to the other. But these are the kind of issues we really do want to explore and conversations we want to have on We Women Want. But thank you, Anindita, for taking the trouble coming out and having a chat with us. Thank you.
Thank you for bringing me here.
Thank you.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.